Okay, our last shape in this cell is on cylinders, where we're finding the surface area of those. I really think this is one of the easier ones because if you look at the formula, again, let's not worry about the lateral. Let's just look at the total surface area. We've got 2 pi r squared. This piece right here, pi r squared, that's going to be the area of the bases. Okay, so a cylinder, remember, is made up of 2 identical bases, which are circles, and the distance between those 2 circles is the height. Okay, so 2 pi r squared, that's going to be the area of the bases, and this is going to give me the area, what we call the lateral area, which is this curvature side going through there. Okay, so really all I need are 2 pieces of info from the picture. I'm going to plug those in for r and h, and then I just calculate it. So you can see over here I've already written out the formula for surface area. If I look at my picture, I can see right away that the radius of the base from the center out is 11, and the height is going to be 26. The height is, again, how far is it between those 2 circles? So now I'm just going to sub in these. So the surface area is 2 times pi times 11 squared plus 2 times pi times 11 times 26. So because this is a plus here, I've got to do this times and then this times. All right, now it's easiest if you multiply all the numbers first. So I need to do 11 times 11 times 2, and that gives me 242, and I'm going to keep pi just as pi for right now. I'm not going to multiply it out yet. Plus, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I've got these 3 numbers to multiply. 2 times 11 times 26 is 572, and again, I'm still going to have the pi there. Because now I have, rather than having to multiply and deal with all those decimals, I still have it just as pi. So just like with x, I could say 242 pi plus 572 pi is 814 pi. Okay, which would be, if you remember, that's called the exact answer. If I want to multiply that out, I just go to take it, multiply them out together, and I get 2,557.26. This is surface area in yards, so square yards. So this is just a little hint so that you don't get a decimal here and a decimal here and then have to add decimals. It just creates a lot less confusion if you just carry down pi and then add these coefficients, add these 2 numbers here, and then go ahead and multiply it out. So you can see how this would be important. Like the surface area is like a can. So if this was all the metal in a can, so a manufacturer who makes cans would have to know how much metal is he going to need for that one can. Okay, or maybe it's a silo for a barn. You know, how much are they going to need metal-wise or material-wise to make that? All right, our second example, we're going to do the same exact thing. We only need to identify 2 things off our picture. We want to know the radius. Ooh, all the way across is 15, so half of that is 7.5. Just kind of pay attention to that if that's what the picture is. So then the height for this one is 9. Okay, so if I was going to color in the bases, remember, on a cylinder are the circles. Okay, the h is the height between those 2 circles. Okay, so that's going to give me the 9. So 2 pi 7.5 squared plus 2 pi times 7.5 times 9. This is where if you get lazy or just in a hurry that you're going to make mistakes, and there's really no reason to make mistakes because these are very easy to multiply out on your calculator. So 7.5 times 7.5 times 2 gives me 112.5. We're going to keep the pi with that. Multiply these 3 numbers here. 9 times 7.5 times 2. That's going to give me 135 pi. Now I can add those 2 together. I get 247.5 pi. Common error would probably be like you forget to bring the pi with you. Okay, so I'm going to take that and multiply that out now to get my decimal answer. So my total surface area is going to be 777.54 square meters. Okay, if you're not sure about the manipulating that around, ooh, that's big. Or if you need some help on figuring out how did I get from here to here, please let me know.